A beautiful good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, depending on your time zone. So we are going to have a quick look at what the trade is printing and what we want to do. So far, we are seeing that these are corrected, and this is the last wave of correction. And we felt like this came down in 5 ways format. And the way this one came down, run to the downside. This is US dollar index, the weekly chart. So it ran down in the 5 ways format, which looks impulsive. And the way this has been so far, it has been corrective. You can see a 1 and a 2 and a 3, the third wave. So looking at this wave in itself, we can see a 1, an A, and a B, and a C. So wave. So our correction is up against this top. So we don't expect the price is going to break this top. So that is what, so we are seeing that the way price came down here with this price action, and price went up to kiss this top, we knew that the price is going to, give us this to the upside. And so this is seen as the last wave to the upside before we have, a bearish move. So we should be expecting that to happen. Probably price will cap this top here, maybe at around 13163. But what you can do is to look for your retracement of this wave from here to the upside, not more than 86 or 85 or 86.5 or max 88. We should not break a 90 before we come to the downside. So that is what we can expect here now. But any violation here, it's something else that is happening. So we don't expect price to violate this top of 13226 on this. Now, looking closely also here on this wave has given us like a wave 2. If it's going to form a wave 2, which interestingly is looking, so it's going to form a wave 2 to this particular wave. So what we can see here is that this is an A and this is a B, and so this and a B wave here, it's reacting at about 50 retracement of this first wave, and so we expect an equal leg of 100 to the upside. Now, one thing I want us to also understand when price is doing this is that your 100 extension to the upside may be truncated or not. So which one is most important? Which one will supersede the other? What will supersede is your retracement from here to the upside. Retracing this wave to the upside should not go beyond 86.5, and that is what probably will supersede over this, giving us an extension of 100, because what we work it out, it's either it's 80, is that 78 or 86. So, but again, we are going to pay attention to where 100 may fall, which is very important. Excuse me, please. Sorry for that break in transmission. I'm back here. I quickly had to do something. So, and again, looking at this wave, an A and a B, this looks like impulse, which is what we expect, of wave C. Now, seeing this as an impulse, it's better for you to begin to interpret this last wave. Interpret this last wave, based on, you are looking at the weekly. So if it's the weekly, then we see this as the first part of the wave, which is an A of C of the last wave. So this is AB. Now, the C wave also will be divided into 3. So this is the A of the last C, the B to the downside, and the C, which is expected to run a 5 waves format. to the upside. So that is what we are expecting. You know, you cannot be looking at this and this to give you a 161.8 to the upside. Is not going to work like that. Otherwise, you'll be caught in the middle. So we expect this, that it may break the top, and so it has given us a format, and that is what it's doing. So this is going up as an impulse. So closing as an impulse around this area, then we are expecting the price to begin as if it's correcting and all of that before we have a big wave to move and to break this low. So that is what we are expecting now. So now if I go to the daily time frame, so looking at the daily time frame, and let me try to zoom out. So we are working against this top here. So the price at taking 76 is almost getting to 78 here. So we expect that the price will not probably around this area, because this is an area of liquidity here. Price at dawn stops here. Now, between here, which is this top, and this area, that is where we expect the price to, relinquish its position and begin to come down. So we look at the area of liquidity, which the price had to grab above this top here. So you must know that price has a knack for grabbing the area of liquidity, which probably we may not see on the, can we see that on the weekly? Yeah, we may not really appreciate it on the weekly because the area of liquidity is between this zone and this area here. So that's the area of liquidity. So price may break into it, and but you are going to look at your retracement now. So I'm moving very fast now. So now we see this as an A, we see this as a B. We'll see this as a C to the upside. Now, in trying to look at what this is going to give you, if you take this as an A and you take this as a B, and you are looking for an 100 extension to the upside, that may not work for you. So because that may actually break 86.5 that we're talking about. So you look more of what a retracement, this whole wave 1, 2, 3 is doing to this wave, even though we can also still divide this into 3 in itself, 1, 2, 3, and the last wave also can be divided into 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to look at 1, 2, 3 of this correction, and as well as 1, 2, 3 or ABC of that correction. So let's say ABC of that correction, then ABC of the last C. So that is what you look at. But what will guide you is this area of liquidity. Where is your retracement falling on? If I quickly bring my drawing, I don't want to waste time, like I said. Now, bringing out the drawing, if you look at the area and say this is like A, B, the C is falling on a 90 here, which it's within the area of liquidity, which I believe that price should not even get here if we are doing a B to turn to the downside. If you are doing a B, we should not, break this top, because this came down in 5 waves format, like a 1, 2, and a 3, a 4, and a 5. So, and this is corrective so far. With this movement is corrective so far. So, looking at from that top again, you take it down to this point to confirm that your 85 should be around this area. So we are expecting that 85 should be around this area of 13155. So almost capping with these, almost capping with these. So it may not actually walk into this zone, but almost capping with this. So price is going to do that. I believe price is going to tick this area, but not break this area. So we know that 100 extension from here, A, B, C, it's here. So price is not going to take that. Price is probably will expect these a retracement to the upside. Now, if you are looking at also this one, breaking it down to 1, 2, 3, okay, we have said comes here. So if you are now looking at this coming into 1, 2, 3, and ABC, because this is the turn here at about a 50, where is 100 going to be? 100 might actually be working on this area of 85,13155. Let's double check that on US dollar index. So from this low to this A to the B, 100 is actually way up there. So it's not like it's going to work that. Except we see this as a running flat in between, in the middle, from here to here to here, a running flat. So if we pick that as a running flat, 100 also is still above it. So that is not what we can see price doing here. So this is the race where price is going to probably run and end its course. So we see that in terms of A, B, and a C, price will most likely respect these or this area. So if you look at DXY, because it's pretty much the same on DXY, I don't want to waste more time here. So DXY now, you can see that DXY has broken this area. Yeah, so working within liquidity area here. So this is where it's going to grab whatever it's going to grab around this area. So we are seeing this also as an A, B, and a C. So the C leg is actually running around this area of 90. So which we think that price should not break. That's the last place of 106.731. And if you look at an 100 extension of this internal structure of this wave itself, internal structure of that wave itself, which is the B in the blue, ABC in the blue, ABC in the blue, it's giving us an 100 where we see the red dash line. That's where it is. Now, if you now look at the internal structure of the ABC in the red, which is this wave, internal structure of that ABC in the red, which is this wave, we start from here in itself, from that to this area. The 100 is actually here on this purple, okay? So now what I'm trying to say now, we know that ABC in the blue falls on the red, ABC in the red falls on this purple here. But what is this dash purple that is fenestrated? It is actually the area of our interest, which is from the top to down, the retracement of about 85.4, which is, this is the area we expect a reaction. And if you're going to do 88 should be around this area. So within this frame, between 85.4 and 88 area, we should see reaction to the downside on the DXY. So we strongly believe that the DXY should not break 106.6 to 6 to the downside. So we are almost there. And that is what we are seeing. So it didn't give us this to come to the downside to break low and to peak around. So it's like it's grabbing all the liquidity, all this gap here. You can see the gap here is working within the gap. That's what liquidity is all about. After this first wave, the liquidity is about what we can see on the larger time frame that the price may likely do based on what is happening on the lower time frame. So the gap here is gapping up and before it begins to fall, and it's going to fall. So we are seeing that might be happening next week for us to be, come to the downside. Now, on Euro USD, if you look at Euro USD, that's where our interest lies. So our Euro USD, Let's do this one. Now, the Euro USD, of course, is going down. So where is the liquidity? We can see the liquidity gap from here down to this area. That's a big gulf of liquidity area. So, and that is what price is now trying to do on the larger time frame to come to this area to peak. And again, like I said, we can see this as an A, B, a C. So the C should not go beyond an 100. So if you look at that to bring it out, where is 100 in this case against this area? No, sorry, against this area. So price is going to make no sense. So it's against this area that we are looking at in the blue. And if you're looking at this is looking like as if it's a 1 and a 1 and a 2. So we are looking at this. So price 100 is around this area. That is where 100 is. So I'm going to be using that pitch line. And 100 is around that area. And 100 is around that area. So we are looking at this from this point, from top here, down here, to this area. So that's where our 100 is. And so our 123 is actually below here. So we don't see price breaking and taking this low now. Price will take here, and this looks like a place that price can come to. But again, like I said, we looked at this as an A, as an A, B, and a C. And this is what is giving us. What is this C to this move to the downside, to this move to the upside? So what is that C? So we look at what that C is. From bottom to top. So C is just a bit below 85.4. So price may react here. This may look like an 88. Price may react here. But if I were you, I would be waiting for a reaction around this area. I will be waiting to see reactions around this area of 85. If you don't want to miss any opportunity, I will be waiting around that area. And where I don't expect price to break, because in that time of retracement, you can see this line here, red, is 90. So I don't expect price to come and dash that area. So this area is where, so that means we don't expect price breaking 1.05200. So we don't expect price breaking 1.50200. That will be, price may walk very close to that area, and that forms the last place, so this is the area of liquidity. Then price had broken to the downside, and price is coming to tick this area. So I believe that this is an A and a B, and it's not a 2. This is like an A, B, and in the subdivision here, also we are seeing this as an A, B, and this will be running like an impulse of the last wave of C to the downside around this area. So another place you would expect price to walk to, if you really want to, first watch for reaction, but I don't think that price would take that from bottom to the top in terms of retracement on euro dollar, bottom to top, would price react at 78? 78 area is an area you must first watch for reaction. This area, let me shade that gold in yellow. That's the first area you watch for reaction, but I think price is going to make nonsense of that. But again, let's look at the internal structure of this wave in itself now and see this as an A, as an A, B, and a C. Let's see where 100 is going to be, which is the last wave in itself. We look at this because this is an A, B, and a C. But within this wave itself, we can see this as an A, B, and a C. So looking at that possibility of this being an A, the beginning of it, so the A down here on the pitch, and this here on. So I might even use this. Okay. So we can see that price had made nonsense of 100 here. Price may be reacting very close to 127 here around this area. So I think price is going to be, because this does not form any coordinates with these at 100 here, and even not at 123 or 107. So price looks set to break 78 on euro dollar, and you should be expecting price reaction around this area, not this area. That is what I can see now. So with that, I think we are coming to the end of what I want to do today. So let's pitch our 10, probably about 10 pips above here. So if I were you, I'll be looking to pick my order at about 1.00526, about 1.00526, picking my order here. And probably this area of how many pips? The area of about 33 pips. It's what is going to be my stop loss. So slightly below that area, maybe around this area. So might be where I'll be looking for. I said, is it even up to 5? I don't think it's 33 pips itself. It's about maybe 5 pips, if I'm correct. This is like, yes. Okay, 20, yes. This is, okay, 33. This is 33 pips. It's correct, 33 pips, you know, for my entry. So, which is good enough. So, to this point now, price may still fall like an 100. Might still fall like an 100 pips to the downside before we make a U-turn. So that is what I can see. Now, let me quickly go to gold. What is gold giving us? What is gold giving us? Like, gold is still looking bullish, but we know that we have to be very careful. We are seeing some reactions right now here. We are seeing this reaction on the daily, but I still believe that gold will still go up to grab liquidity here before it comes down. But would it be coming down right away? Let's see what we have on 4-hour time frame. What kind of price reaction do we see? Okay. It may be correcting deep, or it may be correcting, giving us a correction, probably go up one more time. But I will want this to go down the more. I want this to, at least if I want to join this to the downside, I want to break this 4-hour. I want gold to break 23.18, between 23.18 and 23.04. So if gold should break that, then I want to join at the correction of a B wave to the downside. That is what I want to do. So in that case, I might be correcting more deeper. Otherwise, if we just come to this area again, go back up. The daily time frame is still not really is not enough for me. I need it to break this area, 23.22, or better still, this area of 23.04. So once that is taken to the downside, I want price to push up, then come to the downside, I will join it. And that's what I can see on gold. You have to be very careful of what is gold is trying to do. So gold, based on this trend line now, gold based on this trend line, it's telling you that it's done with this particular wave. It's done with this particular wave, which may look like a wave 4 of, also wave 3 of this move. Wave 3 of this move is breaking it to the downside, and it may go up one more time before we have a bigger correction. So we are looking for that bigger correction to happen, and then we'll join it at a bigger correction. So that is what I can say on gold. I don't want to be in this trade for now. It's like just picking crumbs and picking, it's gone to up to this area of 24.32 or thereabouts. So I want us to see more structure before we jump to the downside. Now, before I end gold, let's look at Naira, dollar and Naira, and see what this is trying to print. Now, dollar and Naira, what's happening here? So we can see this big reaction. So we divide these into 3 parts, right from the top here. This is seen as the first reaction, the second reaction here, and this is the third reaction. Now, this is looking promising for Naira. From what I can see, this is looking promising from Naira, because this is like the 4th wave to the upside, and this is the 5th wave to the upside. So the last wave now, this is the last wave to the upside, the 4th and the 5th. So we are seeing the first, what looked like an A to the downside here, a B, and this is like a C. Now, interesting, we can see that from A to B, the C wave had pushed beyond 161.8, and with that, that looks promising for a Naira, because we might be seeing Naira making it more to the downside against the dollar. That's what this is telling me. Let me bring out the drawing. Now, so we are seeing this as an A, and we are seeing this as a B. So an A, B, but the C, had gone beyond 161.8 in this area and has broken it 161.8. Yeah, so which now looks like a bit impulsive to the downside, which may mean that we may be seeing dollar making it past the area we thought, this area of 1,056 or 1,050 that I said is the last wave for wave 4. It's not impossible. But for now, I think it's burning off this last wave. So we know that this is A, this is a B, and the C wave is burning out. We can see it's working towards this. It has crossed this edge now. It has crossed it to this side, telling you that you can't afford to sell again, because you don't expect dollar to begin to so Naira to begin to gain and push dollar down at this level. What we can expect is for dollar to correct to the upside and give us a B wave at least. Once it crosses this area, this is like wave 2 now, or a B, and we can see this as the wave 3 or whatever. So once it crosses 38.4 to the upside, that means it's a bigger correction that we are expecting. So once it does not break this top here, but we get a price action to the downside, we will now see where the last leg is going to be, if it's going to give us that. But if dollar should go down and take this, then it's going to go bigger to the downside. So, but we are expecting from here, there is a loss or a momentum at which the dollar is pushing, the Naira is pushing the dollar to the downside. So Naira has lost its momentum to push dollar to the downside. That's what I can see. So we are seeing an early days where dollar is going to be pushing up, to correct up and gain more against the Naira. And that's what we are seeing. So once we break this purple line, then we know that, okay, yeah, dollar is now gaining, against the Naira, and we should be expecting for another reaction to the downside if you're going to get that. So if you look at what we are seeing against the pound, the same way, its reaction is the same. We can see the early days of trying to cross and break this A, B, and the C wave has been broken by this line. So the C wave has been broken, but we will know that this A, B, C of a O is done once we cross the purple. So for now, we are seeing all the liquidity grabbing on the C wave, but with this, we know the limit of wave 4 here is around 1,380 or 1,375 for a pound. But this also is looking promising that later we might see price go up a bit more, cross this purple or not, and price will fall against, and the Naira will again appreciate against the pound. But what I can see here, the momentum divergence and is lost for now. I don't want to begin to sell pounds at this area and be looking for Naira. This is an area you want pounds to correct the upside, gain more against the Naira, and probably potentially falls again without breaking this zone here. Fall again, then after that fall, you may be looking for an upsurge of pounds also against the Naira. So we expect once we begin to break this to the upside, anybody that is interested in buying pounds, you buy your pounds at this area because pounds might be increasing. And once it gets to an area within this zone and you are seeing that there's a loss of momentum and price wants to fall, so you can sell your pounds and begin to look for Naira again to the downside. So that is what we can see here. That's the update. And with that, I've come to the end of I think it's at 1,041 now. Pounds to Naira, and dollar to Naira at crossed 1,002. It's at I think the low so far 1,227 area. It's a bit up now. It might still break this area, but I think it's winding down. That's what I can see. So, and would I wish us good trade coming to the next week, and look for opportunity on your euro dollar to go up. All right.